Okay, we're going to make a paracord cross necklace. You're going to need 4 6-foot lengths of 450 paracord. You're going to use 2 for one side of the short arm and 2 for the other side of the short arm. And then those short arms are going to be joined together and then woven up and down to create the top and bottom of the cross. We're going to use red and white, and what we're going to make are square crown sinnet. And it looks just like this. We need 2 of these, so I'm going to show you how to make the second one. And then this has 5 knots. It's going to end like that. So here we go. We're going to take about 4 foot of our cord, 2, 2, and I'm going to cut it right here. And I'm going to singe all these ends down. Now, once those ends are singed off here and cut up, we're going to go to our middle. I'm going to keep our red on top and our white on the bottom. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start our little building, our little block. Take our red up over. Our red is going to go down this way. We're going to bring our red around again and loop up over our white, like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our white end on the right, and we're going to put this over our first red loop and inside the second. Just like that. And then we're going to take our other white and we're going to run that over our red loop and into underneath the second red loop, just like that. And you can kind of see how they both cross over each other. Very simple. Now you're going to want to pull that thing tight. Super simple, little tricky. These are all simple and tricky. And there you go, and that's going to be the base. Right there, you can see the top as I start. Right there, top there, bottom, top. Now, I'm going to show you how to weave it all the way down. Now what we're going to do is you should have something that looks like this. And then what we're going to do is the same thing we just did before. And we're going to take our red here on the bottom left, and that's going to go up over, just like that. And our right red is going to go down and over the white, just like that. And then we're going to take our outside whites, and we're going to go over our loop and under inside the red one. And since this is on the bottom part of the knot, it's going to go on the bottom part of the loop. And then our top white one is going to go over the top of our red one and inside the right side of the loop. And there it is again, what you just did 2 times now. You're going to want to pull that one tight. Now, that's like our first knot. And then we're going to continue forward until we have about 5 crown knots. You need 5 for each side of the short arms. And then we'll have 2 of these. So I take our red that's coming up, and we're going to put him down. I take our red that's going down, we're going to flip him up. Going to take our right white string, and that's going to go left over our red loop inside our left red loop. And then we're going to take our left white string over the left red under the red right. And there it is again. Boom. This is a real cool knot. It's really square. It's almost like a stick when you make it long enough. And you want to pull those tight, all tight down. And you'll see it starts to build. You'll have white on one side and red on the other, just like our first arm. So we're going to run down this, and we're going to finish the build. So we're going to go down, loop up, white over red, under the red, through, white over red, under the red, and through. That creates all 4, and pull it tight. Might take you more than one try to get this right the first time. A little bit closer here so you can see everything. Red up, red down, white over and through. And then that's on top now. We're going to keep it up top. And the bottom one is on the bottom. We're going to keep that one on the bottom and go down and through. Pull those tight every time until you get 5. And we'll have 2 of these. I'm going to go one more so it matches my other one. So I'm going to go red down, red up, white over, under the right, and then we're going to go our white over our red, under our red loop on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're just going to want to slowly pull those tight. And every time you make a new knot on any of these, you're just going to pull them tight again. Over and over. And then that is your crown knot for your 2 short arms of your cross. Boom. Now that we have 2, we're going to create the long side. So what we're going to do is you're going to hold both of these so they look at each other and they mirror each other. I'm going to hold one here and one here. So the white is up and going vertical, and then the reds are going horizontal. And then what you're going to do, you're going to make them mirror each other, and then they're going to face each other like this, and then lock together. See how they would lock? And then my white is going to come over, and then this white is going to go up. This red is going to go over this way. Your colors might be different, and this red is going to go this way. All my knots are always going to go the direction that they're going. My whites are going up and my reds are going down. Run this through here. Oh, wrong. Back it up here a little bit. Take that white over and then through our other white loop here. And then once you got all four of those going in all their directions, just going to pull them all tight. And it'll draw the two together, just like that. Beautiful. And then the white will be able to go another direction. So on and so forth. So I'm going to go down one more time. This will help lock it, and then I'm going to lock the top. So we're going to do a long side on this one here. That. And this will go over, under, through this. And our other red one is going to come over our white. And then down through our other white, just like that. And then those two are down, just like that. And there's that, starting. So what I'm going to do now, make this easier and help hold these two ends together, take my four strings I'm using and keep them on their end. I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to build my short end next. And you're going to do the same thing. Red, since the knots are going this direction, my red will go that direction. You don't want to put your red up. The folds are going down that way, and you want it to run down this way, right towards you down the next arm of the cross. So this one's going to go over. So we're going to take our white, and that's going to come down. Our other white's going to go up. This red is going to go over and through here. Keep it on the top panel. And this red is going to go over and through here. And once these loops are tied and the knots are pulled, everything's going to hold together better, and you can start weaving a little bit faster. There we go. You see how it locked all together for me. There. Now I'm going to do one more. I'll go this way, and I'll go that way. Red will go over, under, through, down, pull those up. Just like that. Now you see how it's joined together. I'm going to go back over here and tighten up my other side. You can see how that's starting to work for us. There's our two side arms, and we're going to build the top one, we're going to build the bottom one. So let me tighten up this other one here, and then we'll skip ahead here and you can see how it's coming. Just like that. Take these four and get rid of those back here. Then we're going to go down, up, over, through, up. Just like that. And this, go and come down, over there, and through. And now, since the rope is basically the same length at either end, you can just pick an end, and one is going to get 9 crown knots and the other one is going to get 5. The side bars have 5, top ones have 3. You can pull these tight by alternating your string and then pull. And those will just keep pulling tighter and tighter. So I'm going to go back to my other side here, and I'm going to finish my weave. I'm going to go 9 this way, I'm going to go 5 this way. And this will be our top, and then we'll cut off our bottom, and then we'll make our top. Okay, So I've gone down here a little bit, and I'm almost down to the length that I need. I need about 1 or 2 more here before I do my top. You can just make these tiny little fold loops. Remember, your top has to stay at the top of the loop, and then your bottom has to go over and under and through the bottom of the loop. Otherwise the knot won't lock and everything just falls apart. So you can see, there's the bottom, and there's your top. I'm going to add one more because it just doesn't look right to me. I think I need one more. Get one more on here. There we go, that looks about right. Perfect. I tighten up the tops. Now what I want to do to lock off this bottom here, let me get my top ones out of the way. I got my 4 bottom ones here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have all 4 of these kind of loose. I want to keep the bottom one wherever I want to stop, and I want to keep it a little bit open there so I can see everything that's in there, right? Just like that. I'm not going to pull it tight yet. And I'm going to take this bottom one here, right? And we're going to run this around this outside right here. It's going to go around there. It's going to go inside the loop, under everything, and right up through the middle of everybody. We're going to pull him up. And then we're going to take our next red one, and then he's going to come around here and up through the middle. And then we're going to take, I'm going to turn it again, I'm going to take our white one, and we're going to bring him down and around right through here. Up through everybody. So he's in the middle. And then we're going to go around one more time here. Okay. And he's going to come around here. And do these 2. And up to the middle. And all 4 will be up through the middle in this weird little knot. And then you're slowly going to try and cinch all that down nice and tight. And then once that's done, it'll be super tight, and we can just cut the ends off. This, and pull each one down. Pull that knot down. And then there's the bottom of our cross. And then you're going to have all these 4 ends here hanging down, and we can just snip those off. And melt them down. And we're going to take the top also, and we're going to kind of do like the same thing. We're going to go all the way up to the top. So first we have... Alright. Now that we have our top knot, we're going to keep it loose like we have been. Pull it just a little bit tight here. And before we tighten it down, we're going to finish it off like we finished the bottom. You're going to take your white one, and that is going to come right through that corner of the white and the red, under it, both of those, up through the center, and then pull it up tight. And then we take our red, and that's going to go on from this corner on the upper right, under their corner, and up through. And then we're going to take our next one, white, and it's going to come, pull this tight here. These are our two off the top. Next we're going to take our white, and then that's going to go around the left upper corner, like this, and up, and then we're going to take our last corner and take our upper left red, and that's going to come around our lower left red and our white in their corner and up through the center. Just take your time and it'll all come through, and then you'll have 4 of them all coming up through the middle, just like that. And then we're going to cinch them all down here tight. Just give each one a pull. I'm going to bring them all down and around. Might take you a little bit of time on this just to pull and get those knots all cinched down like how they're supposed to be. Once all 4 of those are pulled up through, like that, that's the top of our cross. You can kind of bend that around there and straighten it out. And then we're going to want to get rid of 2 of these strings, and we're going to use the other 2 for the necklace on top. So once that's done, we're just going to keep adjusting, and we'll use the white ones, and we'll get rid of the red ones. This knot we tied at the top is called a diamond knot. And we're going to keep our red ones here in the middle, and we got our 2 white ones here, so we're going to get rid of the white ones. Don't need those. And this white one. Just like that. And then we're going to singe our ends down here. So that all holds together. And singe our little 2 ends up there. So they hold together. And then once that's done, kind of bend it all around there. And there is your paracord cross. And then you can take your 2 strings up at the end here, and you can tie them with an overhand knot if you want. Just a simple knot. Put those 2 ends through, and that will hold well enough for the top of your necklace. You don't want to cut them until you're done, just so you can measure that length out. Or you can even cut it lower and connect it lower. If you just want to make a little loop for a hook. And then there is your paracord cross.